Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Your Time to Shine, a radio show designed to help you explore your own divine gifts. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight and being here with me. I hope you guys are having a wonderful week. Seems like the weeks are just flying by. I can't believe that we're already into May. It just seems like the holidays were over not too long ago. So it's been a real crazy few months. Things are still not moving too quickly out there in the world. And so here we are, middle of May, almost the middle of May, I should say. And just trying to deal with all of the things that are going on around us. And, this evening I picked a card. I just felt drawn to pick a card. And so what I got tonight was a card, and it was called Illumination. I don't know if you can see it, but it's a beautiful picture of a tree with fiery branches and a beautiful sky behind. This is coming from a deck that I have. It's called Peace Oracle. And in this, it talks about illumination. It talks about looking at yourself, looking at how far you've come. And, I think that's really, really important. I think so much of the time we go about our day, like I said, a month here, a year there, and sometimes we don't ever stop to really think, what have we actually accomplished? And I think if we took the time to just stop and look around and say, wow, look at all the things I have accomplished. Look at all of the boxes that I've checked off that I haven't even stopped to think about, or the accomplishments you've made. No matter how big or small, you've got to stop and really embrace those times. Because I know, even for me, I have to stop and periodically take a look and go, wow, from where I was a year ago, 3 years ago, wow, look how far I've come. Look at what I've done. Look at what I've accomplished. And it's really important to keep that in perspective. I know that throughout our day, the day-to-day life, the day-to-day grind, especially with us being still in our COVID world, things really aren't opening up a whole lot. People are in different stages of opening up, and we can just really get, down and depressed about the things that we haven't accomplished or the things that we haven't done. And it's in those times that you really have to stop and go, okay, now wait a minute, what have I done, right? It's taking stock in your life. It may even be grabbing a piece of paper and a pen and start writing down all of your gratitude. I know in the evenings, just before I go to bed, I stop and take a look at what my day has been like. And I think, okay, what am I thankful for? What things in my life have been a blessing, have been really important to me that I can be in total gratitude for. And actually, as I sit and I list all the things, even if it's small, right? Even if it's, wow, I had a really great dinner tonight. It tasted fantastic, right? Even those small little things, if you start just, adding those up, whether you write them down, whether you're just laying in bed, reciting them and letting them go through your head, really stop and think about that, because there's a lot of things that we can all be thankful for. Even if we are, with heavy hearts, there's still things that we can to take a look at and take stock in and go, okay, wow, yeah, this is what I accomplished today, right? Just today. And it could have even been in the last, hour of your day. So really take a look at that. It's really important. It can change your perspective. It can change, your outlook and your attitude. And when you do this on a daily basis, you get into a habit of doing this. And they say it takes 21 days for a habit to form. So if you do this every night, do gratitude, whether you're writing it down or you're just thinking about it in your head, or maybe you're talking to your roommate, your spouse, your partner, about all the things that you are grateful for in your life for that day. And you do that for 21 days, it will automatically just become a habit. It will be something that you will look forward to, and it will start changing your mindset, and your outlook on how things are. So don't forget, you've come a long way, even if it doesn't feel like it, even if you don't think so. So you really need to stop and take a look at that, because it's very, very important. Um, it's very nurturing, and it can help get you through some of those days where it just doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel right. Okay, it's going to help you get through those days. So take a look, ask yourself, what have I done, and how far have I come? And then, give yourself a pat on the back, a big bear hug, um, because those accomplishments mean a lot, and you've got to keep that in perspective. So with that, we are going to go to the phone lines and take your phone calls right now. Right now, we have Sheena in Wellsville, New York. Good evening, Sheena, and welcome to Your Time to Shine.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
A little tired, but other than that, I'm good.
Good, good. What can I help you with?
What I wanted, I just got married in December,
Well,
and
congratulations.
thanks. Well, we knew each other from when we were kids, but the past year has been kind of full of ups and downs,
Hmm.
and I'm wondering, what do you see?
Okay. Okay. Let me take a minute and tune in to your loved ones and see what they have to say. Um,
Okay.
Question for you, because it's a little bit of a open-ended question, and that's okay if you're looking for just kind of some different perspectives. But is there like a specific area of your life that you want to ask about, or just kind of in general?
Just kind of in general, I guess.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Um, so hold on. There's just going to be a minute or two of silence here as I tune in to see what your loved ones have to say, and I'll be right back
All
with
right.
you, okay?
Okay.
Okay, Sheena. Um, immediately, your guides took me to, I mean, I felt like I kind of like fell into, or I dropped into a hole, maybe like a pothole that I wasn't expecting, and kind of took me down a little bit. It kind of feels like that's what you've been going through, um, just, throughout your life. I feel like it's been kind of this way for um, like a year or two, um, and you feel like you just kind of crawl back out of that pothole, and you take another step and something else happens, and you're back into a different hole, right? Um,
Yeah.
it just feels like you've been trying to divert all these issues that have been coming up, and it's been really hard to dodge them, so to speak. Um, they're showing me right now it's another period in your life where you're kind of climbing back out, and you're taking a look at what is in front of you, and um, they're showing me that it is like if you look behind you, there's like all these bumps in the road and there's potholes. And as you look forward, it's more of a even keel road ahead, right? Um, they're showing me that the worst is behind you, essentially, by showing me all the the potholes and the things that you've come through. And it's a little bit of talking, like I was talking about just before you came on. It's about taking a look at what you've done in your life and go, wow, look, this is where I came from and look where I am now. Um, because things have been, kind of rough. And so really stopping and taking a look at that and brutal stuff. And, you know, being okay with that and accepting that and knowing that there's smoother roads ahead. I feel like there's been some family tensions. I don't there it almost feels like maybe between siblings. There's some. Has there been some. The only word I can find is rivalry, but has there been a little bit of rivalry in your family?
That's true. Hmm.
Okay. Um,
Can
quite
you tell me what my
complete yet.
mother
It
thinks
hasn't
of that?
the first word that comes to mind is ridiculous. Um, that the things that are putting a wedge between all of you. I feel like do you have like are there two siblings? Do you have two siblings? I feel like there's two or three. Um,
I do. Mhm.
yeah. So whatever that is causing that rift between you, um, is it's kind of just a distorted vision is what she's showing me. Um, that they're not even really sure why they're upset. Um, it's like they've made up a story and they've played it so much in their head that now that's that story. And that story may not even be 100% correct. There might be some pieces in there that don't quite work. They don't fit a timeline. They don't fit a scenario, right? Um, she's also showing me that the things that are going on are so small, so trivial, um, that it makes it hard to understand why there's even a rift. Does that make sense?
Right. It does. Yep.
Okay. So this isn't quite over yet. Um, I do see that things will kind of soften, where you'll be able to, in the near future, you're going to be able to have a conversation with them. Maybe not about what's going on right now, because I'm being shown you're never really going to see eye to eye. So it's going to be one of those things that you're going to have to stand up and just say, okay, whatever, we aren't going to see eye to eye on this, but rebuilding. Let's start rebuilding this path. Let's, talk about something else. Let's talk, something that is a little bit less confrontational. It sounds really stupid, but a conversation of the weather, right?
Right.
Just to get that conversation going, to try to get that ease back into it. It's going to take a little bit of time, and it's going to take some patience. In fact, it's probably going to take a lot of patience on your part. Okay.
Right.
But eventually they're going to come around. But it's going to take some time. Okay. Um, so yeah, I just keep hearing the word patience. Just have a little bit of patience with that. Um, is there is there a situation going on with your job right now, where is there? Hang on just a minute. I feel like I'm being rocked in a boat. Like I'm almost nauseous, almost seasick. Is there something going on at work, that a situation that is coming up that is kind of making you feel nauseous? um, I feel like you're getting bounced around a lot. I don't know if that's an emotional, like you're getting bounced around emotionally, um, or if
Well,
you're getting bounced around from like job to job within your occupation.
it's more like that because I just started a new job,
Okay.
um, and I'm working at part time at the old job.
Okay,
So
that's okay. Okay. So is there going to be a time where you're going to let the old job go and you're just going to focus on the new job?
I, yes, because because I work evenings at one, and then I work early mornings on the other. So the part
Okay.
time job, I'm probably going to end up letting go of.
Okay. I'm being shown that you need to let go of that, because you're going to wear yourself out. Um, you're going to deplete yourself. And so you need to let go of that. And probably sooner than later, they're showing me. Um, because it's going to start affecting your, not only your mental health but your physical health as well. Sheena, are you still with me? I think I may have lost Sheena. Sheena, thank you so much for calling in. I hope that helped you. Next, we have Sahar in Atlanta, Georgia. Good evening, Sahar, and welcome to your time to shine.
Hi,
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. What can I do for you this evening?
I wanted to see if you could do a reading. Like, tell me what you do so I can understand a little bit.
Okay. Is there a specific question you have or a specific area of your
Can
life that
you
you're
do,
wanting?
yeah. And then yeah, too, can you like do medium? I don't know what that is, but can you talk to somebody that like died or anything?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Yeah, you can talk to my fiance.
To your fiance?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, so hold on just a minute. I'm going to see if I can tap in to that for you, and I will be
His
right
name is,
back with you, okay?
yeah, his name is Zahir.
Zayar?
Zahir.
Zaher.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. One moment. Okay, Sahar. Wow. I am just feeling such great intensity, love between the two of you. Um, it is so hard for him right now to be on the other side and for you to be here. Um, he has so much love and so much compassion for you. It's like he has never left your side. Um,
Mhm.
it's like he's right there. Um, he's having a little bit of a difficult time transitioning because he doesn't want to let go of that human piece of him. He had this has been pretty recent, has it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's still having a very hard time letting go of what the two of you had together, what you guys were planning. Um, and it was essentially he's showing me he wasn't really ready. He wasn't ready to go. He didn't feel it was his time. And so he's struggling a little bit with that on the other side. Um, he wants you to know that he loves you very, very much. And he's so sorry that he's not here with you right now. Um, he's showing me that you were pretty much his entire world, and he feels a little bit like he's failed you on that piece of it. Um, he's so incredibly compassionate, and he was such a giver. Um, he wants you to know that he's okay on the other side, even if he is struggling a little bit, um, being there and you being here. And he just wants you to know that he's going to be watching over you, helping you, guiding you, taking care of you. Um, you were with him there in the final moments, right?
Yeah.
Hmm. He said just the comfort and the knowing that you were there really, really would it, it helped him to be able to let go and transition over. So he's thanking you for that, and he knows how hard that was for you. Um, but he said because of you, it made it a lot easier for him to be able to let go. He said there's no pain, there's no suffering, um, there's just freedom.
You're
And
so sweet.
yeah, he said it's beautiful. It really is.
Is he worried about anything?
I'm sorry?
Is he what? Can you ask him anything?
Sure, absolutely.
Can you ask him if he's worried about anything?
If he's ready to,
Is he worried about anything?
oh, if he worries about anything, he worries about you. Um, he's concerned about you being able to carry on without him. Um, he only wants the best for you, and he knows that you need to move on in your life when you are ready. Um, knowing that there's going to be some grieving time in there, but you are the main one that he really worries about.
Did he say anything, guys? Can you ask him why you left?
He says that you have a really long, beautiful life coming ahead of you, and he does not he doesn't want to be that damper. He doesn't want to be the reason that you can't be happy in life and that you can't go on. Okay.
Does he say?
Um,
Does he say anything about his kids?
about
Ask him what
his
you want me. Yeah. Ask him what you
about
want me to. Get.
I'm sorry, did you say his kids?
Yeah. He has 4 kids.
He has 4 kids. Okay. He's showing me a big apple, like they were the apple of his eye. Um, they were everything to him, and he knows that they're struggling through this as well. Um, he says just he needs you to be happy, and to be able to move through life. And he's going to be there with you every step of the way, he says, to help you go through that, to help guide you.
Can you see me? Can you feel that I miss you?
He knows how much that you miss him. And he says you can talk to him. He can hear you. So whenever you need to talk, that you don't even have to say it out loud. You can just say it through your mind and he will understand. Okay? Everything is through energy. Okay? Sahara, we're coming down to the last few seconds of our show. And so I am going to have to say good night. I hope this has been helpful for you and brought you a little bit of peace.
Thank you.
I'm very, very sorry for your loss.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Have a great night. That does it for me, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you again next week. If you would like to reach out to me, you can do so on my Facebook pages at Julie YeagerWalker Medium or Your Time to Shine. And my website is www.wingsofsoulswithjulie.com. Have a great night. We'll see you next week.